Hey guys, I'm Blake.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And the Clippers head back to Los Angeles after today's contest. And, of course, Nene. And now's the time where he's getting settled during these first few games with the new team.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Gallinari and Harris, your small and power forwards. Williams is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And with the long season ahead, for the best teams, Chris, you get the feeling they wish the playoffs could start tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, didn't we see that with Golden State last year? It looked like they were a little bored during the season.
Right.
But what happens during the playoff season? That's why we call it two different seasons. But once you reach that elite level, Kevin, everything you do is geared toward winning a championship. Everything you do. And so that's why it's so fun watching the best of the best.
Golden State showed that, of course, last year. There's a screen by Gortat. A floater, and Capella sends it back. Harden the pass to Young. From deep. Rebound by Williams. And here's Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Yeah, it looks good when it's going in, but they definitely force some. Overall, pretty inaccurate from out there. Say what you will about Gortat. The man just keeps producing. He gives you points, rebounds. He's a decent facilitator, and he does it all with good efficiency. The location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
And so here are the Clippers following the score by Houston. Williams a screen, and Gortat kicks to Williams. Over Harden. Kept alive. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Capella sets a screen for Young. The three from Harden. Screen by Capella. Harden the pass to Capella. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. And see Webb discussing Gortat. He gives you a lot that doesn't show up in the stat sheet as well.
He sets hard picks. I mean, he blocks out. He can play the enforcer role. He gives you a little everything apart from his long-range shooting.
Now here is Harris. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. To the middle. 6 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Those passes into the paint have to be precise, just like that.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
He's tried to remain upbeat about their performance this season, even though they have not played at the level of the elite teams in the league. He said the effort's been there, we just haven't gotten the results we've been hoping for. They continue to try to find answers, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
Okay, 4 for 5 from the floor right now. Wasting no time getting this offense rolling.
Passes it to Gortat. There's a screen. To the middle. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now, here is Harden. This game we saw him score 13. Here's Capella. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Clint Capella, born in Switzerland, his mother immigrating from the Congo. Growing up poor, Clint lived in a welfare orphanage from age 6 up to 13. I mean, those were tough times, but he said it helped prepare him for where he is now.
The Rockets making a switch here. Paul's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Nene comes in for Gortat. And it's Avery Bradley in for Lou Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nene dishes to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
When we get a look at what Harris is capable of, when he gets aggressive and attacks the rim, incredible.
And Chris, when growing up, Capella lived in 2 different group homes. He said the first one taught him life skills. And he said the second one motivated him to get out of there.
He compared it to living in a prison. He desperately wanted to return home. Can you imagine that? So he worked to be, in his words, perfect from his studies to his conduct, all while fighting off bullies. After 1 year, he returned home, but he continues to pursue perfection in his craft to this day.
Now, here is Harden. Screen by Capella. Paul left side. Capella shoots off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. Capella's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And in this day and age, big men like Capella have to shoot. Great to see him working on his game.
Clippers trail by 5. Nene outside. Now here is Harris. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
Now that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball forwards.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Laverne, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Bahamute comes in for P.J. Tucker. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Green in for James Harden.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness simply off the charts.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Fellas, isn't that why you like to have a great point guard who can make a play above the rim like that?
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Clippers trail by 6. Bradley kicks to Nene. The dish now to Harris. Nene down low. Defended by Laverne. And the shot's good from Nene.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul passes to Laverne, shoots over Bradley, and it's Laverne missing.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
To the inside. Here's Nene, drilled from 6 feet.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys are finishing.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to win.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stuff to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
You saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Tobias Harris. Mike Scott out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Bradley, and it's Williams at the 1.
Well, Kevin, the Western Conference Finals, I mean, the Rockets had the Warriors right where they wanted them. But due to the injury of Chris Paul, I mean, they helped open the door for the Dubs, but you got to play who's in front of you, and they won the last 2 games to take the series.
Bradley, Green with the block, and he's able to get it back. Marjanovic, no good. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Green against Bradley. And that one's good. Green. And had they advanced to the finals, Chris, the Rockets would have been favored. Is it hard to bounce back when you felt so close to winning a title?
It can haunt you, but it also inspires you because you know there's things you can work on. Wow. Terrific defensive instinct. I mean, Paul, remarkable at realizing when to go after the steal.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Outside Bradley. Scott is screened. Bradley kicks to Harris. Over Mbamute. And the Clippers miss again.
I like what he was trying to do. Shaking the D with the fadeaway. Tough look.
Ball outside. Pass to Laverne. Yep, that one goes. And now an 8-point Rocket lead.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. The back-to-the-basket scoring obviously more uncommon these days than it was in the past. Can we even say now with any kind of certainty, Chris, who has the best hook shot in the game?
The best hook shot in the game by far, still belongs to Tony Parker. No, he is not a big man, but he did lead the league in paint scoring when he was in his prime. Now a little bit older, yep, he can still get to it. When Tony Parker gets in that paint, Kevin, he has the best jump hook. When I played in the game, the only guy that I respected in jump hook as much as mine was his jump hook because he would float it over bigs so easy.
No kidding.
Oh, no kidding, Kev. He still has the best jump hook floater in the game. That's right, that man Tony Parker. Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on the open jump.
Nick Young on the wing. They get it back. Gortat with the block.
Oh, that's just the long wingspan of Gortat. I mean, it's highly effective, especially how he swats away shots.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer, a striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
Harden the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, it's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
Clippers trail by 9. There's a screen by Gortat. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Gortat Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Utah.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Here's Gallinari. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you think about Mike D'Antoni, the modern-day godfather of pace and space. We saw this with his teams back in Phoenix, Houston. Actually, middle of the pack in pace of play. But they certainly looked to space the floor. They were shooting more threes than twos.
And talk about Houston slowing down a bit from D'Antoni's usual run-and-gun style.
Oh, yeah, they want to get Harden, one of the best shooters and passers in the game, the mismatch, and let him pick his man apart. D'Antoni showing more flexibility with his system than perhaps you give him credit for.
Clippers trail by 9. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. Nene with the screen on Gordon. Here's Williams, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
All about the pick there. I mean, let him shed his man and square up for the jump.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, one thing that sold Eric Gordon on joining the Rockets was the strength of their training staff. Ariza told him he feels 10 years younger here, and he certainly looks healthy and rejuvenated.
He hits the second from the line. And Gordon had battled injuries in New Orleans, as the entire team had really. But as you said, Chris, it's been a different story for him with the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, and we're seeing his finishing return to levels not seen since his years with the Clippers. I mean, from his first step to his bounce inside, I mean, his athleticism, he's made a comeback.
Nene with the screen on Knight. 5 to shoot. Doubled by Knight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Some solid defense from Knight.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter, and you got to come check him.
Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
The pass to Gortat. Down low. He wants to get it to Nene and does. Over in the corner, Williams. And the Clippers miss again.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to it.
Outside Gordon. Over Williams. And so it's Houston. 13 points up at the end of the period. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team both defensively and when they had the ball. They're 13. Thanks for joining us.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Clint Capella has been sensational.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great positioning, showing some nice footwork, and really read how the defense was playing.
Harden and Gordon, the guard tandem. Nick Young is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Gallinari. And the shot is good.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Yeah, they'd love to get a bunch more of those in this half.
Screen by Capella. Here's Harden. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That one misses. James Harden, the league leader in free throws made for 5 of the last 6 seasons, and he came in a close second that other season.
Yeah, I mean, about a third of his points come at the line. He's made an art of creating contact. When you really think about it, some would even say tricking the officials from time to time.
Chris, he's checked in for the Rockets. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Nick Young. And it's Gallinari missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the basket by Gordon.
Look, it's always awesome to see Gordon take it to the rim. Adding more wrinkles to his offensive game, sick.
And the Clippers call time here. Chris, you had a lengthy NBA career. From what you observed, talk about the differences in how various coaches hold practices and try to teach.
You just want to keep guys motivated. You want guys to listen and then execute. And whatever you can do to get their ear, gain their trust, and then get them to go out there and execute. So if you're on a veteran team, you may have a smaller practice but with more intensity, meaning maybe you only practice an hour of live work going back and forth and scrimmaging, whereas if you're a young team, you might be able to expect 2 hours of scrimmaging every day. Do the players understand the culture? Do they understand the tenets of the offense and the defense? And usually coaches coach by that need and necessity of the team as opposed to just having one structure. So in Washington, we had 3-a-days during training camp, as opposed to in Sacramento late in my career, it would be one practice because we're all old. We need to make sure that we get the most intensity out. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you, a superb athlete.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Kept alive, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he knocks down the first one for the Rockets. And Mbah a Moute comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's James Edison for Carmelo Anthony. Both shots good from the stripe. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big man. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy, I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
This one for 3. No good on the shot. Clippers trail by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. That's one he knows he should have drained.
Harden outside. And Mbah a Moute up top. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's good off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter. Timeout called the Rockets.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Nene, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Al Paul. Kicks it to Laverne. Clock at 6. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And Greg, for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
And the free throw, no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Mbah a Moute's checked in for Houston. Young comes in for Knight. And then for Los Angeles, Gallinari, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Williams in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul against Williams. Paul goes in, passes it to Mbah a Moute. The Rockets with another miss. Clippers trail by 16. Here's Bradley. The shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Pass to Laverne. And some nice passing there by Houston. Bradley against Green. Another miss by Houston. So it's the Clippers now. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Paul against Williams. Paul goes in. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Strength and determination. It takes a lot more than that to knock Paul off his shot.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Laverne. P.J. Tucker comes in for Mbah a Moute. And Gordon subbed in for Gerald Green. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Gortat's checked in for Scott. Paul against Williams. Paul outside. Capella with a screen on Williams. Paul shoots off the screen. And yes, it's good. Paul's got 9.
Look, the ingenious mind of Paul, superb at sizing up the defense. I mean, he's taking what they can give him.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets ahead, leading by 17. We'll be back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Bradley and Gallinari are the wingmen. Gortat is out there with Nene, and it's Williams at the point guard. Bradley can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 17. Screen by Capella. Lob pass to Capella.
Cutting the D to shreds in the pick and roll. That's Chris Paul with a beautiful dish.
Williams with the ball. There's a screen by Gortat. Clock at 6. Williams can't hit. And so here is Houston. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. The Clippers shooting 40% from the field. On the wing, Williams. And the 3 off target. Rockets shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Capella sets a screen for Gordon. And Tucker has it in the corner. Paul outside. And Young kicks to Gordon. At the top of the key, Capella. Young passes to Gordon. Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray.
Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger.
And the Clippers call time here. And it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans. You've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain.
Sure.
Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, you know, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
That's fun. Paul, right side. He kicks it to Tucker. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And you gotta love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have.
Gordon against Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot off the pick by Williams. They grab their own miss. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. James Harden, he's checked in for Paul. Tobias Harris is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Gallinari. And too long on the shot.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And here's Harden. Last season, C-Webb, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt, or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it and definitely manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad.
Who's watching here?
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Clippers trail by 20. Here's Gallinari. Tries again. He can't get it to go. So Houston will take it the other way. Now, here is Harden. From deep. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, Kevin, you can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
To the paint, Laverne with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a galley win for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2 and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Clint Capella.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harris misses.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
Harden outside. Six to shoot. There's the pick. Shot off the screen. Green kicks to Mbamute. Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. Green left side. And here's Anthony from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now Williams. Dishes it to Gallinari. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. So we see the Rockets.